Good morning. I'm Doug Keating, and this is Letter to Sons. Today, I'm going to talk about moving out and drawing fire versus sitting still and doing a whole lot of nothing. It's Thursday, which means throwback theme song by the greatest rock band of all time. Let's get the lead out. Move out and draw fire. You've heard me say this phrase many times. I'm not sure you know exactly what I mean, so here is a short explanation. It's easy to stay in place and keep doing the same thing day in and day out. Heading in a new direction takes courage, action, and boldness. Likewise, responding to a dangerous situation without regard for your own safety can be a daunting challenge. As a man, there are times that you will need to be courageous, even when others around you are seized with fear and doubt and recommend doing nothing. It is rare that doing nothing is the best option. Instead, move out and draw fire. Remember 9/11, a day that required action. I wrote the original version of this blog on the 15th anniversary of 9/11. On that day, we took time to reflect on the tragic events that transpired and remembered the many lives that were lost, to include those brave souls who performed heroic deeds. We were inspired by all the emergency workers who voluntarily went into harm's way to save others. They did their job despite the horrible circumstances, many of them paying with their lives. We still marvel at the deeds of the passengers on Flight 93. Who decided to take matters into their own hands rather than wait for the inevitable outcome. Talk about bravery. They knew they were not going to make it, but they took courageous action anyway. They decided to move out. Draw inspiration from these examples. Be bold. I'm not saying to be impulsive, to take unnecessary risks, or make rash decisions. Rather, I'm saying once you make a final decision, move out. It is rare that you'll have all the answers to every question when you begin. In my own life, I decided several years ago that it was time for me to move my house and start the next chapter of my life in a new location. It was a big decision at the time. I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but I decided it was better to take the risk than to stay in place. Looking back now, it was definitely the right decision. Move out and draw fire. Today's quote comes from the second stanza of the United States Army Ranger Creed. It goes like this: acknowledging the fact that a Ranger is a more elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air, I accept the fact that as a Ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier. For anyone not familiar with the U.S. Army Rangers, I've included a link to the video that explains this institution. I'm going to finish by talking about it's time for me to move out and draw fire and enter the next phase of my life. Kim and I have decided to buy a house, to move in together, and we're going to get married later this year. We don't know the answers to everything, especially with COVID-19 and all the madness that's going on around us. Rather than step back and do nothing, we've decided it's time for us to unite our households and move forward in a bold direction. I'm looking forward to what is ahead of us. I'm Doug Keating. This is my Letter to Sons. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to share it with your friends and to subscribe to the channel. We started with some Led Zeppelin, so I'm going to have them take us out of here. The Immigrant Song, one of my all-time favorites.